I'm Ria, pronoun she, her. I play the bass vocals in AngryGynoPhiles.
Hi, I'm Audrey, and I play, my pronouns are she, her, and I play the guitar in AngryGynoPhiles.
And the vocals.
Oh, and vocals too, yeah.
Hi, I'm Sol. My pronouns are she, they, and I play drums.
We're a punk band called AngryGynoPhiles. The name's a play on Autogynephilia.
Autogynephilia is a concept put forward by Ray Blanchard. Rather than being exclusively attracted to women, something goes awry in autogynephiles. As a result, they become primarily attracted to the thought or image of themselves as women. Blanchard also claimed that autogynephilia was a sexual orientation and that it is the cause of any gender dysphoria and desire to transition experienced by non-classical trans women. Which is, of course, bullshit.
But the reason that we have that, other than like being trans, as like a thing that we're playing on, is because there is a local turf called Meg that most of the trans people locally know, who just shouts AGP at trans women. And it's like, to take it back and being like, we are AGP, is like an intentional like dispowerment on like that as an insult and a slur. It's our shit now, baby.
Over the last decade, psychologist Ray Blanchard's autogynephilia theory has been increasingly cited within trans-exclusionary radical feminism, where it is usually invoked to insinuate that trans women are merely sexually deviant men. In such settings, autogynephilia is typically represented as though it were well-established scientific dogma, when in reality the theory has never been widely accepted within sexology and psychology, and numerous follow-up studies have disproven its primary claims.
I have trauma from already telling strangers about my band, because I've had to explain what an AGP is.
Yeah, me too.
Explaining autogynephilia to cis people is not my favourite thing.
Yeah, my
To be fair, a random guy on Hinge said he liked it.
Like autogynephilia?
No, the name of the band. I had to explain the whole thing, so it's like, it's AngryGynoPhiles, but it's autogyne because it means this and blah blah blah. And he's like, cool, I like it.
Sick.
And he's cis, so.
We got one cis guy who likes the band.
Yeah.
Well, what's it? My one of my friends at church, she goes like, "Oh, how's your Gynophiles band going on?" I'm so weird.
Yeah, one of my managers at work was like, why didn't you just call it Angry Lesbians? And then I was like,
You just don't understand.
I now have to tell you what autogynephilia is and who Ray Blanchard is and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
So it was the worst decision we ever made as a band.
No, so the band like started But I think because we were jamming with your folk punk thing, because I was like depping in for bass for a show, and you came up with the name.
I texted her.
And I loved it so much. Basically formed a band around it.
It's great.
Do you remember I said I want to do a breakdown where I scream "Bring me the head" of J.K. Rowling?
Yeah.
Does that make sense on this song? Because it does fit the breakdown.
Yeah.
Just lyrically, does it make sense?
What's it? Being too gay to live, too gay to die?
Yeah.
Where would you put it?
On the breakdown. So it'd be like...
Before the breakdown?
No, on the breakdown. So it'd be like... Oh yeah, just do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it would be sick, like before a breakdown, just screaming, "Bring me the head of J.K. Rowling." That's the heaviest, nastiest breakdown you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, I think that would
be
better.
pretty.
And then Sol joined us.
And then I joined.
Yeah, there is a story.
There was a
silly
bit of a
story.
miscommunication.
How do all of the songs go again?
I was told that a band practice was going to take place. And
What a mad way to word that.
probably going to be wearing shorts with pockets.
Just wear like thigh-high socks that you have spare drumsticks sticking out of them.
I wanted to just try out the drums as a concept, and I knew that Audrey had a drum in her shed.
Just
A drum
single
kit. I knew that Audrey had a drum kit in her shed, so I asked if I could come along to a band practice just so I could try out the drums. Didn't really have any other places to try the drums for free, so I came along.
See, we were under the impression that when you were like, oh, I'd like to try the drums, that you just meant like for the band that we had just started. Not just...
That was
You'll
not
come-
my impression. Yeah, I'm gonna buy
Weird.
I think I'm gonna buy a couple sticks when I'm at my drum lesson, which is 10 o'clock, the same Saturday that we're playing at the Crypt.
Nice. At least you got more of a gap than you normally would on
Yeah,
a Saturday.
because I can see the wood pieces flying off of the cymbal. So I came along and they started just teaching me the song, the first song
Well,
that they
no,
wrote.
Audrey was like an hour late. We'd kind of like written 2.5 songs already. So there was like drums for the first 2 songs, I think, that Audrey had written.
Yeah, they were already written.
So I just I was just like, well, it's kind of like this, and then just kind of be like, you do the drums like this, and then when Audrey came, we just basically just launched into giving you a drum lesson for the first song.
Yeah, it was my first ever time touching a drum kit in my life, and they taught me the first song, Evil, and basically just said, I guess you're in the band now, and I was like, excuse me?
And the rest?
I don't think so. What do you mean by that? It's like, what do you mean by that?
You're in the band.
I thought you wanted to be in the band. I was like, I guess so. Ready?
So what? Hang on. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so we can do in the gap after that last one before you do the
Hmm?
I can scream, bring me the head of J.K. Rowling.
No. I'll just wait to start the breakdown until you've
Yeah.
done that. Yeah.
But what would you do if someone actually did?
Clap. Come, I don't know.
And
There's
with that-
only one way to find out.
Bring me the head of J.K. Rowling! That's horrible.
Is it?
Okay.
Is it really?
It's a head.
It's a
There's a
horrible...
head on the stage.
The head of a horrible person.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you ready? Have I thrown everyone off with my horrible comment?
And the rest is history.
We accidentally joined together as a band.
Apparently there are no drummers in Kent, so one had to be
There
created.
really aren't, though.
One had to be created, and it was me.
Yeah.
Just because the snare is so far away from me. It's all the way down here.
It's going to be so weird next week.
Oh, it's going to be fucking strange.
Well, for you at least, we're basically doing the same.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's going to be better or worse simply because I'm not
Theoretically
used to it.
better.
Theoretically,
Because it
yeah.
will be positioned.
But I'm also a fucking
For an
freak,
adult.
so who knows?
We'll see.
Me as a natural empath, I'll know.
I'll just feel the pain for you.
Yeah, I'll feel it too.
The band is AngryGynoPhile.
AngryGynoPhiles, we're gonna take shit from no one.
We're angry.
We love women.
It's a punk band.
We're a rock band.
Me coming in way before the cue and then just not adjusting to the cue for the whole breakdown.
I was trying to do it. But, you know, that went hard. That was sick. We did probably take a lot of shit from people, to be honest.
I take too much shit from people.
I don't
I made
take
a
shit
big
from
thing
anyone.
about it yesterday. So we are based in Canterbury in Kent.
Ish.
It's fine. That's
got
is
a
what.
pretty well established music scene.
Yeah, there's like loads of music of all kinds locally.
There has been for years in Canterbury.
Canterbury
historically.
specifically, yeah, had like the Canterbury sound.
Yeah.
But I think that's like a prog thing. But like hardcore, like locally, I'm counting locally as like East Kent specifically for this. Big hardcore scene, like especially in Ashford and Folkestone, and quite a good like general punk scene. But I would say I have like personal issues with the vibe of that and some of the literal behaviour of like the hardcore scene, because like hardcore dancing is like a thing. There's a lot of in like more conventional mosh pits for like punk and metal, you call it a push pit, but you like bump into each other a lot and stuff. In hardcore, you full on swing a fist, you like
Elbows and knees and swinging
I've seen
legs.
someone jump out of the toilet and do a full roundhouse kick into the audience, which is like, in some senses, like, oh, it's cool, it's badass, it goes with the music. In many senses, you wildly cross a line of consent with the rest of the audience.
Taken many an elbow to the face.
Yeah, like, it's, like, you should not be, like, quite far from the front and be in danger of being hit. And
The general rule, the unwritten rule, is you stay away from the people who are outside of the mosh pit. That rule does not always apply at hardcore
yeah,
gigs.
it's called crowd killing for a reason. We've not really had this in Kent so much, but like the wider like scene has had like so many, sometimes high profile like issues with like people just like actually assaulting people and kind of using like, oh, it's just hardcore, if you're not tough enough, don't fucking come, whatever. Basically as a cover, like there's a band called Blade who got their tour just cancelled because he just full on assaulted the promoter, and it was like recorded, people had footage, so like he had like no leg to stand on, and like that all got cut out, and then the comments on it are just full of people being like, this happened to me, this like there's this thing, and like, because it's weird because like the flip side of it is that like punk and hardcore is really like progressive, leftist. Most of the actual bands are like talking about equality and like fighting the man, and like so many of them are straight edge and vegan, and there's a specific queer scene and stuff. So there's like
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, like, it ends up with people like us and other like women and minorities and fucking MMA fighters who just want an excuse to punch someone being in the same space where they're kind of allowed to just punch you. And like that can problems arise, especially when these venues are so small. And so we're hoping to be like
A safe space.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
quite actively against that.
Yeah.
Challenging the culture, you know?
Sorry.
No, I need to apologise.
I need the vice grip to be.
You may not have noticed the this particular
DIY
stand
or
is
die!
literally held together with a vice grip.
DIY or die!
Whatever works. Whatever works.
Yeah, we had to bring that to the ballroom.
We did.
Yeah. With the vice grip on it.
But they didn't, they had their
I
own.
don't think they used it in the end.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I would have remembered if it was used, it wasn't.
We'll definitely have a new one before September.
Yes.
Should we talk about Queercore?
Queercore. We have to. Queercore.
Queercore.
The thing about Queercore was there was like, wasn't Death Goals talking about how like it's not about like being macho and tough, but it's about like engaging in community and like that's where the strength is found. Is like in this like collective of people who like stand with each other and like care about each other, which is kind of like oppositely demonstrated when you go and punch someone in the crowd for no real reason.
Yeah, because I've seen bands go, fucking punch someone in the face, fucking rip that TV off the wall and stuff, and then like Death Goals are like, I think they're from London. They're like a UK queercore band. I think they might be either the biggest or one of the biggest in the like UK scene. They're fucking brilliant. And when we saw them in Brighton, they've done like a bunch of speeches about like, oh, it's awesome when you play a fucking heavy breakdown and you see everyone swinging and going wild, and like it's great having people be that passionate about the music. But you can be aware of the space around you. You can do that without endangering the audience. Like you can use the space that you're in, especially at larger venues. Because I've seen people where there's loads of space where you could just swing around as much as you want. But then when they see that there's so much space, they just swing towards the front row.
And they pick people up, you know. But similar to like Riot Girl with Girls to the Front, it's queers to the front. Yeah. But the pits still get crazy. I've seen fucking cartwheels, and they're still stage diving. Like people still have fun, just without actively going out of their way to hurt people.
Yeah, you could still be like ridiculously violent, but like,
Right.
in a way that like everyone involved is down with it, and it won't. Anyone who does not want to be involved isn't suddenly involved. It's certainly not her.
Surely. There has to be one.
Yeah, there are definitely cooler snare stands in the world.
Yeah.
In this wide, wide world.
It's just so tiny.
Are they in this shed?
Because everything else is
Look
really
at that bag over there.
This bag.
Yeah.
If there's been a
something in
better
there.
stand in there, the entire like 6 months almost we've been doing it.
Get the cameras rolling, we're going to see this reaction.
There is.
Then, try the any other bit in the other
in here. There's an extra snare in there.
I only just remembered that this existed.
Did you know?
But it's good that we figured it out.
It is very good that we figured it out.
Queercore started as I think a zine, like in the 80s, called Homocore. But essentially it's like queer hardcore punk. And then that expanded to be more of a scene than a genre. Like there's no such thing as like a queercore riff or such. It's like, because you could count grindcore bands as queercore, you could count more conventional punk bands as queercore. It is like a scene, a vibe, it's very DIY, obviously it's queer to the core.
For real. Yeah. I'm in trouble. Do you two still love me?
Of course.
We'll find out.
No. Don't scare Audrey.
I love scaring Audrey. It's so easy.
I'm very scared. Especially right now, because that is so much taller, and I have completely forgotten about it.
It sure is!
Oh my god.
There we have it! We've made history!
Oh my gosh!
This has been an issue since fucking December. Has that been there this whole time?
Maybe.
Oh my god. We brought this fucking kit to the ballroom for proper bands to play with.
I feel like this is almost Lynchian, you know? Like, I feel
No,
like
it's not. It's just dumb.
Hey, at least now I don't have to buy one.
I feel like this is like
Oh my
actually
God,
like shaking my entire
If
perception
you
of
had
reality.
said that after any of us had spent money on one.
I need to sit down after that reveal.
Okay.
Fucking believable. Look how much bigger it is.
It's the most inclusive and welcoming community I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, like comparing like queercore gigs to like standard hardcore gigs, similar music, completely different vibes, completely different audiences.
I remember
Everyone was just out for each other.
Yeah. I remember going to a Good Cop show on my own, and like I'm normally quite scared going out on my own. But like I was at the show in like relatively seedy bar, but with all of like these like queercore like people, and I just felt so good. Like it was great. I felt safe. I felt like a lot of joy. I had a great time.
T-shirt idea. I think it'd be pretty sick to have a guillotine on a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Fucking massive.
Can we have the guillotine? I don't know. I feel like it doesn't work actually. No. I was like guillotine SRS question mark.
Was someone like a trans girl sticking their dick through where their head should be on a guillotine? Is that what you're suggesting?
I give it a go.
I'm not putting that on a t-shirt. I don't.
I give it a go.
I don't want that on a t-shirt.
There's lots of fundraising involved as well. There's always a fundraiser and a...
Lots of money for trans charities with a lot of shows. Sometimes even like bands merch, like Death Before Detransition, who are a promo company in Brighton. They like do a lot of fundraising for like Trans Pride Brighton, or even Erin's like facial feminization surgery and like related charities and stuff, which I have seen considerably less of in standard hardcore and just even punk and like rock music generally, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a lovely community.
Yeah.
Let it be known that queers aren't cowards, that they should belong to our foes!
Yeah, first gig, the Starring in Ashford, 1st of June, first day of Pride Month. It came together really randomly, because like Ash from the band 1986 just sent me like a complete random message on Facebook being like, oh, I saw you're the admin of this metal and hardcore Facebook group. We're looking to book the Star for a tour, can you help us? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then asked the Star, and they're like, yeah, we have this day free. And it's like, sure. So booked in them and Prison Witch for the last day of their tour. And then I don't even think we were a band at that point. That's because that was months and months ago. So when we like essentially established, I was like, that can be a great show that we can do. Makes sense, similar genre-wise. And then months later, I'm talking to Erin from Lebanese, or no idea how to pronounce it. She doesn't know how to pronounce it. And she mentioned they're doing a tour in June. And I was like, wicked, do you have the 1st of June free? Because we need a headliner, you'd be great. And she was like, yeah. So now we've got this really cool, like, hardcore and queercore crossover. That is also our first show at this little place in Ashford, yeah.
Pick up the Star. It's great.
I'm so scared.
It's going to be
I'm
great.
so scared.
It'll be cool. Yeah.
It will be amazing.
It's gonna be a riot. It's gonna be a hoot and a half. We're gonna have a great time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
AGP.
It's transphobic when you say it.
Fuck Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, just the.
You don't give me my extra gold. I won't give you that thing now. No. You won't give me my extra thing. You're gonna put it on your nigga. Don't give me my sandrina. This bitch is only gonna get me now. You don't give me my extra. Please do not put it on your nigga. Again, but slower! 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 Fucking slower!
Like a whole second drum kit.
Loud.
Done?
that's what makes us good. If that's what makes us good. And that's what makes us good. If that's what makes us good.
House down, mama.
I need to take this fucking hoodie off. Oh my
I'm
god.
so warm.
I am not losing my voice. This was not happening. I have not been shouting all day.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Ready when you are.
Okay, please don't move. Cowbell? Yeah, I'm really gonna need a cowbell stand, aren't I? This is a lot. Stop touching. Okay.
They love each other.
I don't care. Keep it in your pants. Okay. How does it go on the drums?
Music.
Yeah.
That was good.
So stupid.
I love saying psych. Psych.
Stop moshing.
heard that Odie's dissing my girl. Why have they got her first? That's what I got for the start. But that's like, write that down. If someone copies my cover of Garfield, and then it goes, will you, John, go get me my lasagna? Oh, I'm a grumpy orange cat. I can't tell you how much I hate Mondays. I am Garfield.
Beautiful.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure we're all excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to play.
Bit of nerves, maybe.
Yeah, a bit nervous.
Yeah. There's always a bit of pre-show nerves, but
It's good.
Yeah.
But you both have performed before.
Yeah.
And also have played your instruments for a long time.
yeah, it's different for you than it is for us.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure once I've done one, it'll be easier.
I definitely keep like thinking of like it's actually gonna happen and we're gonna be playing our songs live.
Yeah, soon.
Crazy time.
Like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Less than.
That's
yeah.
wild. Just thinking about like it's actually happening.
My stomach hurts.
Tummy hurts.
Crying, puking. No, crying, shitting, throwing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
But it's cool. It's cool to be surrounded by other cool bands and
Yeah. Very happy to play with these 3 bands
Yeah.
at this time as well. Having like other queer bands like Lebanese, like I think half of 1986 are queer as well. So like, and there's not a scene for that really around here. So starting a bit of something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
And if you're
See what
watching it,
happens.
start one too.
Yeah, well, I
You
want
know?
you to start a band.
If you're inside the camera.
If you're inside.
Get out and start a band!
yeah. I don't know what to say. Piss. No comment, yeah. Perfect. I just need it for the one song.
I'm gonna get that. I did it! Eco warrior. My daddy was in the Environment Agency, and I feel like I've done him proud today.
Well, are we having a nice night?
Feel free to come in, everyone. I know it's the beginning. Bring it in.
Flying.
Bring it
Not
in.
people that obviously don't want that.
Right. Let me be the first tonight, hopefully not the last to say, fuck the Supreme Court. Fuck the Labour Party. Fuck J.K. Rowling. Fuck Download. What's that about? This song's called If Blair White is One of the Good Ones, I Choose to Be Evil.
I
called Two Gays Live, Two Gays Die. And this one has our best breakdown in it. Nathan, my bass wasn't working for that whole song.
No, I don't.
I hope you enjoyed a bassless rendition of that.
Do the breakdown again!
Yeah, okay.
We could do the breakdown again if you want.
Should we do it from the
screen. From the screen.
Okay.
Because I'm sure everyone loves what I'm saying.
Yeah!
What are we doing?
Bring me the head of J.K.
This song goes out to West fucking Streeting! I wrote this song, and it's a hoot and a half. It's written by me, so if it doesn't make any sense to anyone, and it's really hard to follow, so it has been for the band as well. I love it.
You don't give me no Esquivel! I won't give you no pickle! No! You don't give me no Esquivel! I know you're gonna have your nation! I'm ready to go away! I'm ready to go away! I don't want your problem! You don't give me no that freedom!
We've got a bit of audience participation for this one.
Yay!
I need everyone to shout along. You only need to know one word. That word is Amen. So, we're going to practice a bit. When I point at the audience, everyone needs to shout Amen. Got it? Noah? You're very quiet. I want to be able to hear you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are we going to do a practice bit or You get the picture? You get it?
Sounds like you got it. Oh, this one's called Amen. Please shout along. If punk was fun, we'd call it funk.
Yeah.
So, can we get a big cheer for Sol? Because this is their first ever live performance. Literally started playing drums December.
You can tell.
This is our last song. We didn't write any lyrics, so I can't fuck them up. This is called Disaster Dike.
Big up Disaster Dikes! Well, are there any in the house right now? Yeah!
slippers and badges for a pound.